Hi everyone, this is Tan. I'm from Sony Malaysia. So thanks for tuning in for this video. And today is all about the Sony Alpha A7C unboxing. Okay, before I start, actually I want to walk you through what are the equipment currently I'm using right now. Actually, I have the ZV-1 right in front of me doing the recording all the time right now and put it on top of the tripod. So with this setup right here, because I can see the screen actually on the side, I can see myself with it. And the setting I'm actually using right now is at 4K 25p. 25p is more than enough for this kind of review. So because I'm not moving much, I'm pretty much static here. So it's nice. And also with the 4K, you have a lot of pixel coming into the sensor. So it allows you to crop in. Let's say if I bring up this battery here. So although this is at, let's say I'm shooting at the wide end here, you see it's a wide angle. But having the 4K, then you can crop in to highlight this product a bit more. So this is the flexibility with the 4K resolution, especially people these days when they export the video, they export in full HD for social media consumption or Facebook, all sort of things. So having this much more pixel inside allows you to do this flexible cropping capability. So if let's say I have a figurine right here, same thing, I can also crop in easily in the camera with this 4K resolution so you can see closer. So having this nice effect, cropping in and out to get this attention to this detail if you want to highlight certain thing. So that's a benefit. Additionally is, with this camera right now, as I demonstrated before, it can actually show you the very fast focusing capability. So if I bring up something to the front, it focuses instantaneously. And this is the product showcase setting features, which is you're already well known of. And it's like everyone loves this feature because it just grabs the things in front of you instantaneous. Additionally is, I also pair up this camera to this Bluetooth remote control right here. So it allows me to really go into something. But this is the optical zoom, so you can zoom in. So let's say if I bring up this, so you can see come closer to me, I zoom out. So having this, because it's a power zoom in the camera already, so it can easily zoom in and zoom out to show you what you want to show. So if I bring up something to the front, you can see instantaneous. Okay, of course, with this optical quality, it's even better. But with the 4K resolution, you can even crop it even a bit more inside when you're doing post-production, so you're getting much more interesting video. Alright, so this is all the setup I'm having right now with the camera. Okay, today is all about unboxing right here. Okay, so again, I'm recording at 4K. I just need to check. Maybe not looking at the screen, I need to look at the lens. Very important. Always look into the lens, not at the screen, because your viewer is actually looking at you, so you need to look back to them, not looking at the screen. Alright, so this is the A7C. This one is actually the silver color one. So this is a newer two-tone color, and with the kit lens together. So let's do the unboxing right here. Okay, just be careful. As you can see right here, it's still sealed. Oh, having the zoom capability, you can easily zoom in. So you can see. So the camera grabs the focus instantaneously. Oh, one more thing I want to share. So much thing going on. With this camera currently right now, I set to auto mode. I didn't do any adjustment to the camera. I let the camera do its own adjustment to tracking, exposure, everything auto on the camera. That's it. But of course, with the product showcase setting on, and also the one push bokeh button. So that's how you get this subject separation. If I focus on something, you can see this is focus, but myself is a bit blur thanks to this one push bokeh button. All right. Without further ado, let's do the unboxing. Okay. Right here, just cut off this seal here. Just be careful. All right. Okay, I think it's something like that. That's it. Put it aside first, just to be safe. Okay, ta-da! Okay, I haven't unboxed it, so now is the time to unbox. Okay, so this is the, usually you find all these books inside the camera. So let's say some of them, it can be a warranty, some can be the reference guide. So if you have some time, actually good to actually go through some of this booklet to find a bit of understanding about this camera. All right, so this is some booklet right here, and let me open up. Okay, so actually it comes nicely into these three compartments here. I can see here is that this is where the camera is, the body, all right? And then there's a lens, and this is all the maybe the cables and stuff like that. So I'll just bring up one by one to have a look. All right, so start with the cables. So let me zoom in again. That's the flexibility, I can zoom in. Yes, I have all the control right there with the zoom in and zoom out. All right, so you can see this is the A7C cable. You can, the camera straps right here. All right, so I'll just put it aside. Of course, as I showed before, we have the new Z battery. Okay, this is like a very good long-lasting battery. right here. This one right here. It's the same one I showed you before. Okay. And power adapter for USB charge. Okay. Right there. And then the cable with, yeah. Because this is just a, it's just like a adapter into, you still need to plug something in for the USB power. Right. So inside I got more cables. So yeah, something like that. So like some of the Malaysia cable and USA, I guess, or Japan. And this is Australia, because this kind of shape is usually Australia, like a two like that. Okay, never mind, I bring up for now. So right here, okay, put it back. Let me close it back. Right, here comes the lens. Yeah, okay, so this is lens. Let me put it aside for now. Let me see anything inside here. So far, so good. All right, so that's it with just the lens on its side on its own. So I'll put it there. Okay. So with this lens, actually is a newer design. So it actually tuck in. So this is actually in what we call like a compact form, but then you can actually turn it to extend. So before you shoot, you need to extend it before you shoot. So when you want to close everything, collapse back, okay, just turn it this one. Okay, this one is just like easy to travel around. So this is actually a closed form, but you still cannot shoot until you actually extend it. So this is like a new design in our kit lens. All right. So yeah, quite lightweight, Okay, let me zoom out a bit more right here. Okay, very easily with this one control right there. Okay, that's the camera. Okay, let me bring out the camera. It's actually right here. Oh, actually there's more stuff at the bottom. Okay, let me just put it aside first. Because I also haven't opened an A7C box before. Okay. Oh, so this is the cable. Okay, right. So this is the USB Type-C. Yeah, that's right. All right, let me put it back. Am I doing it correctly? Yes, am I doing correct? Yes, I'm doing correctly. Okay. So let me close this box for now and put it aside. So get away. So yeah, this is the USB cable. So you can see so this one is very useful for normal. Okay, let me zoom in a bit more. Yeah, so this side here will be good for a power bank or anything with the USB ports, and the other side is just for plug into the camera to charge, right? So of course, if you want to plug through a power outlet, you also can do with this adapter here. Because this adapter, if I bring it out, yeah, you can see. So on the other side is where you plug the power to the wall, and this side is the USB. So you can still plug like this. And of course, but this for A7C, you need to charge with the camera inside internal. It doesn't come with any external the charger adapter. So that one you can have to buy it separately. Okay, so the moment of truth with this A7C. Okay, so this is silver edition. I actually quite like this color. All right, right here. Okay, so that's the silver color A7C. You can see right there. Okay, let me go close up it. So I like this one feature, especially with the browser, and you can zoom in, zoom out very easily for you to show the products. So this is the A7C. You can see right here, the two-tone is very nice, and you know, it reminds of those classic camera. Okay, and then the screen at the back. So it's actually very lightweight. Okay, quite light, not heavy, and very good for easy to bring around. And it also houses the full frame sensor. That's the most important part. When we talk about full frame sensor, it's actually talk about this one. Yeah, so you can see how big the sensor side inside. Okay, so let's say in comparison, the one next to me right here, I have the 6004. Okay, so they're having a same body design language, but you can see the sensor size is huge. Okay, so almost the same design. Okay, let me go zoom out a little bit more so you can see. Yeah, so they're having a same body design, almost the same shape. This is slightly bigger, but most important, you can see the sensor size is huge. So when it comes to photo, you want to have a bigger sensor. The bigger the sensor, the better for image quality. So remember that, all right? Not the pixel. Pixel is just one of the components, but at the end of the day, you still need the heart. So the heart, you have to be very big in order to capture a lot of light ins, and you get very nice, natural, straight out of camera pictures compared to a smaller sensor with lots of pixel. Because small pixel actually not really useful until yeah, if it's so many pixels, but your sensor is too small, like this one is big, but small, not enough for capturing the light scene. So this one is very, very good. Okay, all right, so this is the 6.4, and that's the A7C. You can see yeah, the size is quite good. Oh, I forgot. I also got a A7 Mark III next to me as well. So let me just bring up just to show you some comparison. Again, so okay, now these two you are talking about the full frame. But of course, you can see this is a bigger brother and this is a smaller brother. So having these two side by side, you can see this is like a smaller compact form. Also, they are also both stabilized. So it's very easy for you to bring it around because it's smaller and easier to carry and also stabilized in the camera. So it means that any lens you put on it, you get stabilization. So it's good for taking nice photos, less blurry pictures. Yeah, so there's a size. If you do go to the compact to the behind, so as you can see, the 7.3, the viewfinder is actually in the center. Then the A7C is on the side. So some people might find it a bit more friendly to use. So depends on some people I find it because they're wearing glasses or maybe the nose is touching the screen. So especially if let's say if I look at the viewfinder, my nose might looking at the screen like that. Okay, my touching. Some people it's okay, some people they don't mind. So it's very actually personal preference. But with the 7C design on the left hand side, so when you put into eye contact here, but your nose is actually not blocking the screen. So again, it's personal preference. For me, I'm comfortable with both camera, but some people might find it a bit obstructing. So it's also personal preference. But again, this is a very lightweight. Oh, yeah, much like the compared to this one, it's actually much heavier. Although this two right now doesn't have any battery inside, but I can feel the weight is actually quite a different one. So this is actually lighter. Okay, let me put the kit lens on. So and also yeah, close up the front part of the camera. Okay, never mind. Let me just put it back. Okay, to mount the lens on is very easy. You just need to align the white dot of the lens and white dot of the camera. Okay, let me. That's where the zoom comes in. Very useful. Like I said, I can show you all the good stuff. Okay, you can see on the camera right here. You can see there's a white dot. I'm not sure you can see or not. Yeah, that's I try to move around. You can hopefully can see the white dot because it's a silver color. So there's a white dot there. White dot on the body and white dot on the lens. You can see there's a white dot. So you just need to align the two dots together, then you go in. Align, two dots together. Okay, then lock. Done. That's it. Okay, then let me zoom out back again. I love these features. All right, so let me put it back for now. Okay, time to fire up some pictures, okay? So let me put a battery in. So there's this new battery is just, the one in the package is just new. I won't use it first. It's recommended actually to charge it fully before you start using. Never mind. Let me use this one because I already charged my own one before. Let me just put this one in. Okay, so the battery is in, camera is in. One of the neat things I want to highlight is that the screen actually goes sideways. I'm sure you see a lot of video online, but having this screen go sideways is actually quite useful for some people, especially people want to do some vlogging and previously the mic is actually on top. So the screen, if you go sideways, at least you can still easily check your composition. Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting. I need to look at the lens. So you need to check on the composition, look at the screen. So yeah, so if the mic is actually on top and the screen last time was flipped upwards, some people might find it bothering because the microphone actually blocking the view of the screen. So having this sideways design is very, very useful. And with this multi-bevel angle, you can just twist around. You can do different angles. So it's a very handy features. All right. So apart from that, they have on the side here. So it's actually a bit more organized than last time, especially compared to 7 Mark III, because right now it's all in a nice compartment. So if I open up everything, yeah, so it's actually like this. You can see right there. So if I can zoom in, I love these zoom features. So you can see right there on the very top part is where the microphone, the middle part is an SD card. Only one SD card slot. And at the bottom there, that's where your, what do you call this? The headphone jack and also the Type-C power, Type-C power cable to charge and as well as also to transfer photo if you want to. And on top there, there's a HDMI port, a micro HDMI port. So for you to, let's say, show this thing, you plug this to your TV, they can show the photos and videos easily. Yeah, so it's very nice and neat, all very well organized, because the reason why is that compared to last time with the 7 Mark III, let's say right here with the 7 Mark III, so this was a previous design where it's still nice in compartment, but it's just the whole thing like you ding, ding, bling like that. Let me open up all they can, then you know what it is. So you can see it's like, So there was the previous design. So with this separate compartment, you follow the same design language like the 7S Mark III. So it's a bit more organized in comparison. All right, but it's not a deal breaker. It still can use very nice, no problem. Okay, so with this 7C here, okay, so cosmetic wise, yeah. Just if you feel it side by side, these two body, this is actually quite a robust build. It's feel quite sturdy. You don't feel like plasticky and it just feel like very tough. So you can feel the confidence is right there. And then there's a dedicated video record button on the top there. Okay, let me just zoom in again. Again, like this, we just so you can see the video record on there. And this is the exposure dial for you to adjust the exposure to be brighter or darker. Shutter button, and yeah. Then the back of the camera, simple layout. Some buttons there, and also there's where the battery compartment, same thing right there. Okay, so to start shooting, okay, let me open up. So I just want to show you the shutter sound from this camera. Actually, slightly different from last time because I find this one actually even cooler. So let me, okay, I just go to a faster shutter mode. Oh, one thing, if you turn on the camera actually will tell you, please extend the ring, of the lens before you start shooting, because the lens has to be extended first before you can use until the 28 mark. So there's a 28 mark. So previously it was like this, and it moved to 28. Then you can only start shooting from the 28. So this lens is actually from 28 to 60. So it's a very versatile focal range, because it's not too tight, and not too wide. So let's say right now what you're seeing is a bit tight. This is like S70. So this is let's say at 24. So having a wider is a lower which is a lower. Let's say if you see the lens on the number there, the lower the number is wider. The higher the number means it looks a bit more cropped. So you can see like this. So it's a bit zoomed in. So that's the numbers value means. All right. So this is like 28 to 70, 60 here. So it's quite good. Okay. Okay. Let's show you if you can hear the sound. You can hear the sound. It's actually more elegant. It's not that loud like the previously from the 7 Mark III. You can see. Okay, so let's say if I try to do bursting, that's where the fun comes in. So you can hear the sound. This is how it actually sounds with the bursting. Quite cool. Okay, so let's say in comparison, if I switch off this one for now. Okay, let me just take off this battery. And I put it on the 7 Mark III. Okay, right there. Right here. Okay, so with this 7 Mark III. Okay, so with this 7 Mark III, same thing. I just turn it on. Okay, I just do single shooting for now. And on AFS mode, so this is how the sound, the single beep sound. Okay, right there. Oh, most simply, it requires a lens to operate. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop in. This is the 35 f1.8 f. Okay, I'll come back to this later. Very good lens from an upgrade from this camera. Very good. Also, very good full frame lenses as well for you to bring around. So this is the 35 mm f1.8 f. Okay, so let me take off this cover here, right here. Okay, so with this, I set to AFS. Okay, that's how you hear the beep. When you hear the beep sound, means you are in AFS, AFA, or DMF mode. When you hear the beep sound, only if you are in AFC or manual focus, then you don't hear the sound. So you can see, when I press, you hear the sound. So if here again, okay, same thing. If I switch to AFC, whenever I press anything, you see it doesn't hear any sound anymore. Until I press the shutter, it also doesn't hear the sound. So the sound only comes out when you're in AFS or DMF or AFA. Yeah, right there. Okay, this is the sound. Slightly louder, okay, not as elegant as the A7C. So it's a bit more quiet compared to, so it means the shutter mechanism here is actually dampened, it's improved, so it's even better right inside the A7C. So let's say right now, just switch on the burst mode, the high burst mode with the 10 frames per second. Because these two cameras both can shoot very fast, 10 frames per second. So you can hear it's louder. Okay, this is the sound from the A7 Mark III compared to the 7C. Okay, so you get it. Right. So okay, let me put this one back for now. Okay, speaking about lens. So with this lens here, it's actually a versatile lens. So like I mentioned before, it's a wide, and until this is the 60 mil. So good for the wide end, good for if you're taking for landscape, buildings. If you go to scenery, you can go to the wide end. And of course, if you go to the longer end, which is a 60, then it's good for portraiture. So I say if you want to focus on something and the background has a bit of separation, yeah, thanks to this full frame sensor. So this is a very good versatile lens to bring around with you. So of course, additionally, if you're looking for something more, like you want to move up, like gear up your next level to your next game like that, let's say. So I strongly recommend you actually looking into this 35mm f1.8f. Okay, this one right here. This one. So this lens is actually very good for, because this lens is at f1.8. Usually the lens with lower aperture, let's say like this one, this is f1.8. Usually the prime lens. What it means that the lens does not do any zoom. So this lens here is a zoom lens, so you can see the zoom in and zoom out. So it means the whole thing can extend. Let me zoom in a little bit more. So you can see how it actually zoom in and zoom out. So because this is the zoom lens, so one of the drawbacks with this kind of zoom lens or kit lens is that their aperture will actually changes depending on how much you zoom. So, but with this kind of prime lens, you can't zoom, but how you want to zoom? You walk with your feet. So it means you walk closer to the camera, then you get the bigger picture. Then you walk further away from the picture, from the person, then the picture will get wider. So that's how you do it with this zoom lens. But with the 1.8 aperture, it allows you to have the very nice creamy bokeh. So very good for food photo, going out travel, especially let's say right now we are staying at home, but any object at home is anything in front of you, you just change to f1.8 and you have this very nice background separation. So this will become like a very nice all-rounded everyday lenses with this f1.8 here. Okay, so they can see if I put it on, again, white dot to white dot, very easy to mount. So it's still a very nice compact form factor. So you can see it's not too big. Okay. So this is like a very nice all-rounded, yeah, basically all-rounded best combination right here to really take any photos, anything, every day. This is like, yeah, whenever I go out, I just bring this lens with me. Very, very powerful. Yes, I use it all the time. Okay, so this is like a very nice little lens combined with this one with the 35. Okay, and additionally is if you're looking for something wider and also not too heavy as well, then I'll recommend you to get this 20mm 1.8. Yeah, this one right here. So this is the 20mm f1.8. So this lens here is actually good for because it's like I mentioned before, the lower the mm means it's wider. If you see wider view, and also this is at 1.8 as well, so good for the subject separation. So having a wider view, especially this space, people want to, if you're looking for live streaming at home and then you want to have a wider view, you can look into this lens. Very good, and also good for vlogging because this camera actually very good for going out and do some video recording because you can flip the screen sideways. Very easy for you to look into the camera and look into the screen. And then of course, with the wider lens, you have much more wider field of view. So let's say I mount it on, you won't see it's like very big. It's also quite nice in terms of the size. So let's say this is the size. So you can see, still a nice and compact, not too big. Right? So this is the 20mm f1.8. So this is the G lens. So actually this is quite a newer addition into the family. So on top here, it has this nice neat features you can see here. Usually found on the G master lenses where you can have this aperture clicks here. So making your shooting even more enjoyable. So you can control aperture straight from the lens instead of control from the camera. Because usually the camera has these two dials. One dial on the top here, all right, and to control the maybe aperture or shutter speed, depends how you shoot, how you set it, and also there's another dial on the bottom here for you to control the aperture or shutter speed. But because this lens has this aperture dial on the lens itself, you can actually control right from here. But if you want to change back and let the camera do its job, no issues. You can also switch back to, let's say, go all the way here to the right. Just go to auto. You can see there's an auto A here. This A here allows you to do the control in the camera instead of the lenses. So usually this kind of stuff only found on the G master lenses. So this is actually very nice and neat function. And this is the 20mm f1.8G, very good very sharp and very lightweight. So it's a very good combo for this A7C right here. So you can see we have lots of lenses in Sony E-mount families for you to choose from. So you can really explore your creativity in terms of the photography side or the videography side, depending on whichever the main thing that interests you for this camera for you. But again, this is a very nice, neat camera for you to start with, especially if you're coming from smartphone. Then this will be a perfect camera for you because it has all the latest the big brother from the A9, A7 Mark IV, a lot of those autofocus functions found in this camera. So this is having all the good stuff from all the big brother come into this one here, and in this lightweight, compact, small form factor, everyday user, for you to really bring out to anywhere, just go out and shoot. Again, everything here is all physics. That's how you can see the size and the sensor and all this. So the picture comes out is straight from the camera. It's very nice and good quality. Not like those smartphones with those apps that actually changes how it actually looks, or they use AI to actually calculate and then make it looks a bit artificial, or say artificial. But here, everything here is straight from camera, very natural. So the picture you take here is going to be long lasting, very nice picture quality. So yeah. Like myself, I've been using Sony camera for the past 8 years. Even I have RAW files since 2012. I can actually still pull out the RAW file from those old hard disks and put in my post-processing software. I'm still able to actually edit those photos. That's the benefit with this dedicated camera, especially you shoot in those RAW file and very nice quality. It can really keep for a very long time. So yeah, okay. So thanks for tuning in for this short about 37 minutes here, but hopefully you can see something, learn something new from here, from me. Okay, and again, I'm Han from Sony Malaysia, so please stay safe and stay tuned for additional, let's say incoming, if there's a workshop coming on after that, after we have the CMCO finishes or anything. But anyhow, please stay home and stay safe, and yeah, stay tuned for more information, new stuff from Sony Malaysia. All right, thank you very much. This is Han here. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.